Welcome to another teacher tip with Mr. Long, and in today's video we're not really looking at a new tip but just some news that does affect some of our previous videos. Now in the past I've been a big fan of Quizizz. I've done 2 videos on them. You would have seen here creating Quizizz interactive lessons and then how to use the Quizizz AI tool, and I was really impressed with what they did. I did the course which trains you on how to use it effectively and all the features that are available, and I received the following email recently that Quizizz is now rebranding. So if you search for Quizizz, you won't necessarily find the word Quizizz. They currently do still label it with Quizizz, but they are now rebranding as Wayground. I think the initial idea behind Quizizz was to create these quiz very similar to like Kahoots that you could use in the classroom, but with all the different new tools that they've added and the way they've expanded the different features, they've basically found that a lot of people use Quizizz for so much more than just quizzes. And so I think they wanted to rebrand to that so that people didn't misunderstand what this tool is about. And if you currently have an account with Quizizz, you don't need to stress. Your account is still there. You can still access it using the same username and password. That still remains the same. And it looks very similar, but they've talked about some of their new features over here. So let's just have a look at what this email says. So they're looking at standards alignment and curriculum mapping. That just basically means they want to find ways to map the resources that you've got to the standards and curriculum. I think it's particularly for the USA curriculum. They've got expanded accommodations across videos. I think that refers mainly towards, for example, language and accessibility support. So providing more features over there. Bundled complementary resources. These are like your lessons have been streamlined with regard to your planning by combining a whole bunch of standalone activities. And then the flexible AI generation, where you can just take a single resource and it will create a whole bunch of interactive formats. So a lot of new features that they've incorporated with their new rebranding. So if you search for Wayground, you'll still see its label at Quizizz. I don't know how long that'll be there, but as I said, if you've still got a Quizizz account, it'll still work. If you haven't started using Quizizz, then search for Wayground, get an account, because as you can see over here, it looks very similar. It's all the same features there, Wayground AI instead of Quizizz AI. All of the features are over here. And you can check out our Quizizz video to see all those features, and they're all going to be the same features that you're going to find on Wayground. So this is just an information video just telling you that if you can't find Quizizz or you see this word Wayground, that is the new rebranding for Quizizz. So don't be afraid of it. It's a great tool. It's been one of my favorite tools that I've learned over the last couple of years. So go check out what I would have said is Quizizz, but is now Wayground. So go make your way to their website. It's wayground.com. Go check it out. Create an account and go and play around with all these wonderful features that they've got on their site. For more teacher tips, make sure that you subscribe to our channel at Mr. Long Teacher Tips. Make sure that you follow us on TikTok at Mr. Long Education. And please support the channel by sharing us with your other teacher friends so we can help as many people as possible. And remember, don't do it the long way, do it the Mr. Long way.